Oh man, I am live, but I am little. Good evening, you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you guys will say hello and let us know where you are joining us from, that would be fabulous. Okay. We're still getting it together though, because y'all already know. And if you're new to Royce Cycle Treasures, just know I'm always gonna be a mess. Like that's just the deal.
Now you're vertical again.
So, babe, there's two different streams. There's a vertical stream and there's a horizontal stream. You can pick which one.
All right, how do I do that?
So if you go to Royce Cycle, the YouTube channel, you should see two options. There's two lives. And hello. Yes, I'm going to finish the reverse decoupage, girl. We're actually going to finish a project. And we're going to start a new one, too, because I was so excited about the crackle that I kind of started a second plate. So we're going to finish these two together tonight, though. So, yes. Are you there, baby? No?
I mean, you're live on Facebook.
Yeah. So if you guys are on YouTube, apparently you have options. There's two separate live streams. One is vertical and one is horizontal. So you can pick your
I
preference.
don't know which is which.
I don't know. One of them says like the title, and I believe that one's the horizontal one, and one just has like a generic.
No, they both say Chattin and Craftin with Royce and David.
Oh, I guess you have to pick and see, baby. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You got
I got lucky up there.
Oh, okay. Good job.
But that means I'm not going to see the comments on the vertical.
It does mean that.
Yeah.
I don't think many people are watching vertical on YouTube by choice.
I wouldn't, but there were 10 people in there.
Okay, so if you're on YouTube, you can watch vertically or you can watch horizontally, but David is only in the horizontal room, so he won't see your comments if you're in the vertical room. But I might see them though. I wonder if I can see the difference.
Your mic is on, right?
I think so. Can you guys hear me okay?
Also, can you send
Hey,
me an
Nancy.
invite?
Oh, yes. Let me send you an invite. Copy and let me send David an invite so that he can join us. David Bale. You know, you would think that they would put you like first when I come in here, but I have to look for you all the time. And I think that the link is the same because I'm using the same room just for future. Yeah, I'm using the same studio, so the link is the same from week to week. Mm-hmm. Sorry, you guys. We're going to get it together in just a few minutes. And I do not have a microfiber cloth, so these dirty glasses will drive me crazy all night, but I'll be okay. I'll survive. Dave entered the studio. Well, hello, Dave. Let me
Hey,
add you to the
let's see
stage.
how I sound.
Did I add you? I don't see you, but it says that you're there.
Check 1, 2. All right, I think I can. It's still giving a little bit of a echo.
Okay, do you guys hear an echo? Hey, Karen. Hey, Melissa. How are you? Alyssa. Hey, Alyssa. I hear you on Facebook. Oh, good. Hey, Chris. Lunchbox lady. Oh, yeah, you're on the. So if you guys are on the vertical and you don't like it, you can come out and go into the other live stream and you'll see it horizontal. So either way.
I bounced out because I hit the wrong thing.
Karen says just a smidgen of an echo.
It's not good.
Oh, you can turn yours down a little bit, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little better now.
Okay. So tonight, you guys, we have the plates that we started last week, the reverse decoupage, and we are going to add those as soon as Royce can figure out how to add an extra camera. And we have little people with us tonight. So, oh Lord, my desk is a mess.
Yeah, every now and then you're going to see a hand kind of popping in.
So
he was doing that before.
Minimize. Okay, there I go. Okay. La. I think we have it figured out, y'all. I think. I wish that light was brighter, but I don't know. I'm gonna play with the light, you guys. Give me 1 second. You want to say hi? Yes. No. Okay.
He just likes to pop his hand in every now and then.
I know, but he can't see it because it's gonna be on the. You know, the head of this is just jacked up, and I don't know why. Okay.
All right, while we're doing that, I will say hello to Jerry Peter and Karen Smith, who's in foggy Elk Grove, California. And I only see one person in Facebook right now.
Watch out.
Who's Chris Schmidt, by the way, and Karen Moore.
And Alyssa Bricker Visitin. I gotta say your whole name. I can't just say it like one. I can't just say Alyssa. Okay.
I'm starting to get a few. Norma Rubio just up in. Melissa Kiwi Gomez. Melissa likes the clock that's behind you.
The clock that's behind me. Oh, yeah, my clock piece. You guys, I picked this up. A funny story. I went to Tennessee last. Oh, I shouldn't say. It's been 6 or 7 years ago. I think now, 5 or 6 years. I don't know. A while ago, but I went to Tennessee during the 127 sale, which is like it's so long, you guys. It goes through states, and so this is just the insides of a clock. And of course, I picked it up because I love it. So it's one of many that I have on display because I just love the idea of them. And I will actually be in Tennessee for the 127 sale again next year. I'll be in Angela's. I do not have the dates, but she's having a retreat at her place, and I am going to be a guest there. She's making me feel all special, y'all. She says I'm a guest. So I'm excited though to go. But tonight, I wanted to show you guys. I didn't know if I finally showed you guys. These were the tags we started. These two we painted to look grungy. I think we put the metallic on this one at the last minute on the last live. But during the membership call, we had a guest, so I didn't have to teach. So I played around a little bit with that fine line crackle, and I added it to the tags that we made. Can you guys see that? And I rubbed a little, let me see, maybe this one will show up better. It's really good. It's so much crackle on here. And I rubbed some metallic pigments, just the powder, and I love it so much. Let me see if you guys see that? Oh, isn't that like so yummy? Right on top of the decoupage paper. So super fun. So these two actually have the fine line crackle. But these are my final. I guess I should do something to the back of the charms. Huh? And these will probably end up on my tree if I get one up this year. Y'all pray for me. I don't know. But I'm going to set these aside because we have our 2 plates that we started last week. So this is the one that we did together. We did reverse decoupage, and you guys notice how the edges right here are kind of brown from when I put the antique paste on there. These were the edges that I sanded because they were a little over, and these are a little short, so I didn't sand them. So you guys will notice that I don't have the antique paste on there. So there's something to think about. If you like this look, which I actually love, I wish I would have sanded all of my edges before I sealed it, and I would have had this grunge all the way around. So just something to think about. If you like that grunge, you can sand the edge of your paper, and then when you put on your antiquing paste, you'll get this look. So this is where we left off, and we did crackle around the edges, although we can't really see it right now. And we did put some antiquing wax in the crackle. You guys can kind of see that, right? Let me get a white towel. This was our crackle, and you guys see how big this crackle is? I mean, it's a fine line crackle, but it's kind of big, right? So I was curious to see what would happen if I put on a thinner coat of the crackle. And look, it's like the crackle is smaller. Isn't that so pretty? So on this one, you guys will notice that I put the crackle on the center of the plate. And I already sealed this with the varnish. So we're going to do another reverse decoupage on top of this crackle. So our plates will be opposite. This one has no crackle in the center, but it has crackle around the edge. And I think we're just going to paint that like a really warm white. I will say that I was a little too heavy-handed with the products, and so it's still a little hazy, and I have like drips. So you might want to be a little bit more conservative than I was last time. And this one is just the opposite. We have crackle in the center. We're going to put reverse decoupage on top of that. And then I bought my gold leaf out for us to gold leaf the edges of this plate. So we, even though we're just working on 2 plates, I feel like we still have like quite a bit of work to do. So unless there are questions, we will go ahead and get started.
Nope, no questions.
No questions? Okay.
Well, there may be. Facebook is
Oh.
running really behind for me.
Okay. Good evening, Maureen. Okay, so this one we just did. And based on what the ladies have been telling me, because I put the varnish over the crackle, I can go over the dried varnish with a water-based product. And I'm also going to paint the back of my paper just so that the artwork shows up a little bit more. What's going on, little boy? No, you don't know? You don't want to get on camera? You don't want to say hi?
I want to say hi.
You want to say hi? Okay. You have to come up here, though, because they can't see you otherwise. Can you say hi? Just say hi.
Hi.
See, you're right there in the little corner right there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Go sit down and draw on your board now so we can get done. And we can't be too long because we do have little people with us tonight. So I'm just going to go over with white. I don't feel like bright white would look good, though. So let me warm up some white really quickly because the white that I have is super bright. Well, I don't know. We have bright right here in the letters, though. Let's just do white for the sake of simplicity. We'll go ahead and do the white. I'll warm it up just a little bit, though, just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. I never have the tool that I need handy.
Oh, Miss Jane said hi to Mark.
Yeah.
And Maureen and Lisa Vancil and Melissa. They all say hi to you.
Okay.
Hi.
So, okay. All nonchalant. Although I saw where that comes from. The cartoon with the little hairy spider. What's the spider's name, Damar? What's the spider's name that you guys watch?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. It's a spider, and he lives in a house with his friends.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? Oh, Lucas. Okay, yes. Lucas the spider. Okay. So I just had to unplug my jar real quick because I didn't put a thing. I almost said a bad word. I didn't put the thingy on there. So I'm just going to put a little bit right here. And we're going to paint this. I am going to add a little bit of, this is some transparent ochre yellow. And I'm going to add a little bit of that to my white just so it won't be like a stark white. We're going to warm it up just a wee bit, or maybe a lot of bit. Oh, that was a lot of bit. And I still have powder right here from my call with my membership. And for those of you who are here, I know I saw a couple of people who are in the membership. I'm going to have to move our Wednesday call up to earlier because, oh, what happened? My computer is like weirding out. Oh, come on.
I can still hear you.
I know, but I like...
You're frozen.
Okay, let me...
What's wrong with your
Oh, no, it's blank.
I don't know what happened. My computer like blanked off and on 2 times. Oh, come on now. We're actually like on time.
computer.
Check. Oh, I'm still hearing sound.
You're still hearing sounds, so it's just the cameras that are like not. It's not even giving me the option of connecting the
what happened to your
cameras.
computer?
Oh Lord, it's a blackout.
I don't. Oh, come on. Okay, I am going to. If I bounce out
I know.
because I have everything scheduled, I don't know what it's gonna look like. Okay, you guys, give me a moment to gather myself so I can think clearly.
It's broken.
And come up with a plan for how I can fix
There's
this.
no picture right now.
Yeah.
I'm talking to tomorrow, so
It was really weird. It just blipped out.
Okay. Gonna fix it.
I am. I'm gonna try and fix it.
and Demar knows
So-
how to fix computers.
I know, right?
Mhm.
So
How do you fix it? You turn it off
Oh,
and
this.
turn it on.
oh,
Don't do the
there's
Grandpa's.
one.
Grandpa's is working. It's Grandma's that's broken.
Okay.
Nope.
The table computer. Let me I'm gonna remove this one
I think it fixed it.
You
and we're
did.
gonna stop that camera and then we're gonna add it back.
I fixed it.
I think you did.
Okay.
There's the table.
I think yours is fixed.
It is. And then we're gonna add an extra camera and we're gonna add this one and add it to the stage. And let's switch.
Yep. I see Grandma and I see Demar.
Minimize this one and let's pull this one down here. Okay, there we go. Sorry, you guys.
Yay, Grandma.
Yay, I'm back. See, I was ready to panic and spin out. I had to give myself a talk, you guys. Okay, so my warm white here, which is pretty warm, but it's still not as warm as this paper. So I think we're good. And I'm going to be painting this behind the paper. It's fine, baby. So it'll look cohesive anyways. So we're going to paint. I feel like I'm probably going to need some more paint, but we'll get the first layer down.
The eyes were cracking me up.
Is he like making faces?
It's a distinct possibility that there was a zombie next to you.
Oh,
Zombie.
I know. Damar is like obsessed with Plants vs. Zombies. It's a video game. And so, yes.
No.
Did he say it's so weird?
He did.
Oh my. And I'm probably going to have to do 2 layers of this paint. But I want to let each one dry before I go back in. So we're going to go right over this paper. I'm going to try to show you guys. I'm going to do half the paper because I know we have new people here. And so we're going to revisit why I like to paint behind my paper most of the time. Of course, you guys know when I make rules, I also tell you how to break them. So I'm going to dry this with my dryer and we're going to take a look at either side.
Jerry Peter asks, what type of paint?
This is just some acrylic paint that I have in here. These are bottles left over from the retreat because I bought enough paint for like probably 4 retreats. I don't know. I just thought that we would use more paint. I don't know. So these are just regular acrylic paint that I put in these little bottles. Because at the retreat, each table had like its own set of paints in these bottles. So I'm going to dry this really quickly so we can take a look at it from the front and we can see the difference between the painted and the unpainted on the sides of the paper here. And you guys can see it's kind of, I'll show you up close. The reason why I want to put a second coat of paint is because the glass is so smooth. And you guys know how when you paint something really smooth, you get like, it's not like a solid layer. And I guess I could have gone on over with like a clear primer, but I did not. Okay.
Miss Elisa said, yay, Demar, you fixed it.
So I don't know. I'm trying not to touch it too much because I don't know how dry this paint is. So you guys can see, let me get, you can see my hand on this side, right? Over here, but you can't see it on this side. So the more opaque side, the artwork is going to pop a little bit more than it will on the side that isn't painted because it's still a little bit transparent. So it's not a matter of right or wrong. It really is just a matter of preference. But you guys can see once we painted it, how that beautiful crackle showed up so nicely. And I
So
think it
can
was Olga last week who suggested we go around the rim with gold, and I think we should do that. Can you do what?
may I chime in for a second?
Sure.
So I gotta take the earphones out because it's just a half beat
Oh, too late. Okay, two
yeah,
more.
and I can deal with a little delay, but it's really oppressive right now.
Okay.
So here's my thought, and I'm curious if anybody else thinks this too. I preferred not having the white behind it. Normally I do, because you're right, it makes the paper really stand out. But without it, it kind of looks like it was a frosted window.
Yeah, sometimes like the window that I did for the front porch, I did not paint behind the paper because I like the translucency of the paper. So that's what I'm saying. It's not a matter of right or wrong. It really is a matter of preference and which project you're working on. So you guys, I will give you guys like I will call them standard rules of operation, but just know at the end of the day, your preference is what matters most. I'm not going to tell you that you have to do it this way. I'm just going to tell you this is what happened when I did it that way, and it's probably not good. All the lessons I teach you guys are because I made a mistake somewhere. Okay, Papa. Okay, I'm going to set this aside and let it dry really good, and we're going to look at the other plate. But look at that crackle. Isn't that so yummy? And so last week we did a fine line crackle around the rim, and then we went over it with the antiquing glaze to push that into the crackle in order to create this effect around the edges. And we just did a reverse decoupage on the back. So this is one plate that we did. And I actually started a second one because I'm a little obsessed with the fine line crackle. I cannot tell a lie. So I started a second plate and I want us to start that one together. This one, you guys can tell I had made sure the paper was perfect size, but then I ended up gluing it higher on this side and not high enough on that side. So I could cheat and like take a metallic paint marker and make a circle right here or something to cover that up a little bit. But we were really trying to keep any products off of the top so that we know that it's absolutely food safe. So if you do any kind of like cookie exchanges or fudge exchanges, this would be a really cool way for you to personalize a plate that you're taking your goodies on. And I just bought these plates at Dollar Tree, just regular glass plates. So I'm going to set this one aside and we're going to work on the other one because I want that paint to dry a little bit. Now we use the recycled Christmas masterboard is what we used on the other plate, and I still have some more paper left. So I figured we could use another part of the paper for this other plate. Let me, I always have to decide, like, do I want to put this in the water? I do. Let me wipe this paint up so I don't end up with paint on my paper. Did anybody have any questions about the other plate before we move forward? Because I don't know if everybody was here last week.
Jerry Peters asks, what would you use the plate for?
Actually, Jerry, you can use it for anything because everything that we've done is on the back, which means the top is food safe. So, like for me, this time of year, when I used to be in the women's ministry at church, we would have like a cookie exchange every year. But you would go home with somebody else's plate too, so that'd be a really cool plate. You could put a cloche on top of there with some Christmas trees and some snow or something on top of it. I mean, so you could use it for decor, or you could put it on a plate stand on your mantle even and just use it for decor. But I just think this time of year, I don't know about you guys, but we've already been to 3 Christmas parties. And today is only the what, baby?
14th.
Today is only the 14th. So there's a lot of festivities this time of year. So this is just a way to customize the things that you bring. Because even if you're just bringing a tray of cookies, I think it'd be pretty. to bring it on a plate that's decorated.
Now the top is food safe. How do you clean it with the bottom?
So you could seal it with like Mod Podge or Deco or oh Lord, is it Mod Podge? What's the name of it? They do have like a dishwasher safe Mod Podge that you could go over the back with that and then let it cure and you would be able to wash it. I wouldn't like soak it in the water, but you could surely wash it though if you sealed it with a dishwasher safe Mod Podge. Do I have some of that? I don't think this one's dishwasher safe. Oh yeah. So this is a dishwasher safe Mod Podge. So if I wanted to make sure my plate was going to be durable, after everything on the back dried and sealed, I would do a coat of this on the back.
You had mentioned the membership. What is the membership?
So the Roycycle Besties membership, you guys, we hang out once a week. We take deep dives on different subjects and we learn about different things. We did a deep dive on like air dry clay. I felt like all of us just use it with our molds, but there are so many other possibilities. So I went out and I bought like 3 or 4 different kind of air dry clays, and we looked at them and how did they behave. And I should say I'm the crazy one doing the experiments, but you guys get to learn from my experiments. And we just hang out honestly and we talk because we're meeting like live. It's not Zoom, but it's kind of like Zoom. So we get to like hang out and talk with each other. And I'm actually kind of really proud of the community that I've built because the ladies really do care about each other. And it's nice to be in a community with people who like get it. My friends love me, but they don't understand. They don't get it. So it's just nice being in the group. And if you're interested, um, I will put a QR code up later. I'm trying to think. I think if you're on Facebook and you put, oh, I think it's besties, you might get a send me a message and I'll send you the link for the besties group. But I can put a QR code up too for anyone who's interested. Let me find. Um, um, Here is the QR code for the membership. You can just click that with your phone. It'll take you to a page that tells you about the membership. Um, and yeah, so I love the membership. And honestly, it makes me slow down and create once a week, which is probably the benefit for me personally. Um, and I've just grown to love the ladies who are in that group. Okay, so we have what's left of this paper. And it's going to look different though because it's going to have crackle on top of it. So let me put the camera down a little bit. I feel like you guys are too far away. Although if I put it down too close, here, we'll do right there. So you guys can see how the crackle is clear, right? So you'll still see the crackle, but it'll be over the paper. Let me make it be still so you guys can see. So we have to figure out which vignette we want to, like this deer would be really pretty here. And this would be nice too, because this one would be winter. So it wouldn't necessarily be just Christmas. You could use it all winter because it's not necessarily just Christmas. Or if you want something specifically Christmas, I guess Christmas, it won't all fit. That won't fit because I already cut that.
Lisa Vansville, if you're trying to see if the hashtag will work, you have to use the hashtag. Don't just type in bestie.
Oh yeah, hashtag bestie. I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm fired. And Lisa, I can send you a link too. But it really is. I am like a mad scientist and I try all the things. And then we have guests every month. Like we had a guest who came last week and she taught us all about using, not all about, we did a project using plaster. But my guests who come are so knowledgeable about the things that they specialize in. It's nice. And I generally try to invite guests who know things I do not know. So we had a guest that came on that taught us so much about resin that it's literally changed the way I like craft because I learned so much from that session. And then Stacy came on and taught us about using plaster. So now, of course, I'm going to be experimenting with plaster. But we have a guest almost every month. That part's not guaranteed, but it's pretty much monthly. We have a guest. I really want to use the birds. What do you guys think? I just look at, aren't they so pretty? I think I need to use them. And these birds could be all year round. They don't have to be limited to Christmas.
If you are watching Royce on the vertical version of YouTube, I cannot see your comments. I apologize. You have to go to the horizontal.
Yeah. If you're watching us and we're vertical, if you go back out and go to the Royce Cycle Treasures YouTube page, there'll be a second one, and that one is horizontal. So if you don't like the vertical, you can switch. You gonna make it? And so I still have, oh, that would have been pretty too, huh? But I think I'm gonna go with the birds. And I still have paper. I know you guys love the master boards, and I love them too. And one of the reasons I love them is because you can do so many projects because you decide where you're gonna cut, right?
Yeah, very Peter absolutely dish your paper.
This is an older Christmas paper, but I know a lot of my retailers have it because I make it available during the holidays. And this was one that was made specifically for one Christmas, but it's a customer favorite, so it's made a comeback for the last two Christmas seasons. And so your recycled retailer would probably have this, and this is the recycled Christmas master board because I believe it was this one I did. So that was the name of it. So I am going to um, set it where I want it, and I'm just going to take my nails and score it so I know exactly where to trim it.
Donna Simpson says we voted moose last time, but these birds look great with the crackle.
Yeah.
Rustic Rose Furniture and Treasures says love the birds.
I tried to get you guys to use the birds last week, but y'all wanted that moose, so we used the moose. And because of the way that I love the way the paper looked when I had to sand it, so I can score it, and you guys can see that crease right there. So I know exactly where to cut it. I'm going to cut it just past that so that I have to sand it. And then that way, when I go in with my antiquing paste, I'm going to get that nice grungy edge on there, which is going to be a really nice juxtaposition to the gold, because we're going to do a gold leaf around the edges of this. So this one's going to be the kind of bougie plate. And I'll be honest with you guys, what I wanted to put in the middle of the plate, I have a decoupage paper called the Fine Art project blocks. And there are a couple of landscapes on there. And I kind of wanted to use a landscape on here with the gold, but I don't have any. Apparently I used all that I had. So that's going to be so pretty. Okay.
We need some Canadians on here to reach out to Moosehead Brewery and tell them, hey, there's a paper out here.
Moosehead Brewery.
Get you connected. That was our beer in college.
Really?
Well, it was a little expensive. It's an import. Even in Minnesota, it's an import.
Oh,
Lord. It's Canadian.
Yes.
And I just learned it's the last independent beer in Canada owned by Canadians.
Really?
Apparently, all the other breweries have been bought out, Labatt's and Wilson.
That's no bueno.
I know, but Moosehead's still going. That was our favorite in college.
I got a little bit of water on there, so I misted my paper, and what's going to happen is the paper fibers are going to relax like that, so that when I go to decoupage it, they won't respond to my decoupage medium. So I am going to be using Pent Art's decoupage medium tonight because it's gloss. So I will say that when you're working with glass, and unless you want that effect, if you use matte, you're going to end up with something that looks foggy because any kind of clear coat that's matte has little particulates in it. And when you use them on glass, you can see them. So whenever I'm decoupaging on glass, I'll use a gloss medium. And so this one it says Silky Shine. So I'm assuming that means it's gloss. So we're going to use this decoupage medium because I have it here. And I'm only going to put it where I want my paper to stick.
What does that spell?
It says,
And I did seal this with the varnish before, and I let the varnish dry before going over it with my decoupage. Those of you who are using the Pen Art Fine Line Crackle, you guys know that you cannot put a water-based product right on top of that crackle. You really want to seal it with the varnish. This one is the one that I used before you go over it with a water-based product. That's what the pros tell me. So that's the word on the street.
if you did not do this, because I was having a conversation, if you are a retailer, please put a link
yes.
to your shop, wherever you're at. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, let people know where you're at, where you can get a bunch of stuff. And it's not just recycled papers too. It's whatever you sell.
Well, yeah, because recycled retailers generally sell other supplies too.
Right.
Yes.
So might be able to get the Mod Podge or a nice.
A lot of the retailers carry the Pen Art products because I don't. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're a recycled retailer, please put your link. I would prefer that you put a link to where the customers can buy the products, so that they can just click and buy. The less friction for the customer, the better. Okay, so I laid down a really nice coat. I'm looking from the side to make sure that I didn't leave any parts that don't have any product or that may have just a little product. If you're decoupaging and you're getting bubbles, it's likely caused because you left like a spot that didn't have enough product or any product on it. And I am going to put this paper down face down onto my surface so that you can see the art from the other side.
And while Royce does that, if you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and make a comment. Hit the bell for notifications. We appreciate it. If you're on Facebook, share, make a comment, hit an emoji, whatever one you want. It is all good.
And I put my brush in the water. I don't know why. When you're decoupaging glass too, one of the things that you want to make sure that you do is make sure there's good contact between the paper and the glass. Sometimes if there's not good contact, you end up with like little bubbles on the front of your paper. So just go over it and just push it down and make sure there's really good contact between the paper and the surface so that the paper is laying really, really flat on that glass and you're less likely to get those bubbles.
So what I'm learning, and everybody probably already knows this, but I'm old and I'm slow. So I watch two business Facebook pages, the radio station where I'm at and the website that I write for. Technically, I'm not an employee of the website, but I still share what I write to that Facebook page, etc. And I've just gotten into the habit of liking everything I want to see.
Yes.
To the point where people are like, "Are you okay over there? You just like everything." I'm like, it's the only way to keep my feed giving me the things I want, because I want to see what our police department is posting, or our government, or the Forest Service, or
It's true. If you want to see someone's content, if you engage with that content, you're more likely to see it in your feed. So if you're just like watching something, but you're not liking it or leaving a comment, it's less likely to show up in your feed again.
The page for the business I'm not an employee for, the website, I don't do that for. Man, I'm getting stuff from like the Chamber of Commerce of Waukesha and the news outlet in Miami, Florida.
Oh man.
I get nothing related to what we're doing.
To what you're doing.
But on my radio station feed, because I do that and it drives everybody crazy, I get to see the stuff that's actually happening in my community.
Yes. The stuff that you've engaged with is the stuff that you see.
So I say all that to say, if you like the recycled stuff, because you're always putting videos and stuff up.
Yes.
Make sure you like it. Even if you don't like it, just make sure you like it to see the next one.
So I'm going to show you guys. So last week, David called me out because I was sanding my paper while it was still wet. You guys see that little chunk right there? I just sanded out. That's why you should wait. So you don't do that. If you wait until it's dry, you'll get a cleaner. And I'm going to show you guys too. See these little striations around the edge? I don't know if you guys can see them. I'm breaking my own rules, and this is the result. I have these little like fibers that are coming out, that are pulling out because the paper is still wet. And also I pulled a chunk because I was in a hurry. So in order for you to get a nice clean edge, wait for your paper to dry before you sand. And you won't have to deal with those things happening.
Lisa Vansel, doesn't that drive you crazy that the feeds are controlled? No, it's their business. I get it. What bothers me is them actively blocking the things I want to see.
Yeah.
That they're putting them so far down. I get I'm going to see ads. Don't do that.
Right now is a little crazy.
Yeah, I get that I'm going to see ads. I get that I'm going to see ads based on what I just clicked on, which makes me crazy too. But I get that. They're in business. They have to make money. Granted, they're a $1 trillion company. I don't know that they need to make that much money, but okay.
That's a whole nother conversation, baby.
I just, the things I like, I want to see. And I really try hard on the business pages, especially, to not just follow anything.
Yes.
I'm following the things that are germane to my particular business. It just drives me crazy.
A little crazy.
It really does. So Lisa, yes and no. It does bother me,
but I get it.
But there are things that I understand and I can deal with.
Look at how pretty that came out with the crackle on top of it. I love it. Love. And because it's on top of the paper, like for some reason, it doesn't look as evident now as it did when I was just holding it there. But you can still see that fine line crackle. That's going to be so pretty. So let's get to the bougie part. We're going to do some gold leaf. Of course, it's not real gold. It's just, but it is a leaf. We have these sheets. And then I like, and I'm hoping I can get them open. I may need your help, babe.
And Lisa Vansel did say that's what she meant. So we were on the same page.
And so this is a water-based gilding glue for your ¿cómo se dice? For your gold leaf.
You want to hand it to me and I'll see if I can open it.
Let me. Oh, it opened. I wasn't sure if I was gonna have problems. I was prepared. Oh, it's new. That's why. Oh. Yeah, this one don't get glue in your threads because it will glue it shut. Just say it. So I have my gold leaf here, my adhesive. You know what, Papa? I need you to stay over there. You can be walking through here with your eyes covered. You be done tripped over something. Although it's pretty clean over here right now.
Karen Moyer says gorg.
Gorge.
Oh, gorge. Thank you. I thought maybe it was like a Star Trek thing. Didn't Spock fight him? In the California desert.
And the Cal wasn't supposed to be like a planet, but it was a California desert.
Yeah, but it's I think in Redlands or something like that.
So I'm gonna do a thin coat of this sizing, which is basically glue. I don't know why they don't just call it glue. They call it sizing. But I do like this one because it's water-based, which means I can just use my regular brushes and I don't have to worry about them. One of the things about the solvent-based varnish from Pen to Art, you guys, is I will say that the brushes that I use with the varnish are now going to be forever for solvent-based products, right? Because I have to clean them with a solvent in order to get them clean, which isn't the end of the world. You guys probably have like Citrusolve in your stash. For those of you who've been crafting for a while, you probably use Citrusolve to like do image transfers from back in the day. You can use that to clean your brushes. That is a salt, like, and like some of you guys know, I've been taking like classical art classes, and I've started doing oil paints, and I was always afraid of the solvents, but the one that I use is actually like a lemon. It's made with lemon oil, so it's not as caustic as like the old school solvent. So just because you're using solvent-based products doesn't necessarily mean that you have to put yourself in harm's way. You can just be thoughtful about the type of like cleaners that you're using. So if you have like Citrusel, it'll be enough to clean your brushes. I thought this was going to be too thin, but it actually lays down really good on the glass. And I should probably not be going over this a second time, but I want to make sure that I get everything covered. And then I should let this dry, but we're live, so I'm going to use my heat gun and I'm going to dry it, but it's going to stay tacky is what will happen. And then we'll put the gold leaf on there. I'm going to have gold leaf cooties forever. Forever. I'm going to have to get one of those desktop vacuums like Rima has. Rima, did you ever get all of your ¿cómo se dice? Your pigments cleaned up? Poor Rima. She dumped out a bunch of her pigments on the desk during our call. But of course, we crafters were like, you can vacuum that up. You don't have to waste that. You can save that. So I'm going to dry this just so it's like it gets tacky and it dries really quickly because this is really thin. So it doesn't take that long. And then we're going to go right over this with the gold leaf. And you guys tell me, should we leave the paper kind of transparent or should I paint the back to make it opaque? And I'm actually excited that Mod Podge came out with a dishwasher safe product because we can seal the back of these and we can use them year after year for the holidays.
Anybody going anywhere for the holidays? We are not.
I said, we are going nowhere. You know what, though? I do have something to show you guys. I'm drying this, and if you guys will just give me a minute, I'm going to do a commercial break. But it's going to be a Roycycle commercial. So I'm going to play it, and we'll come back, and my plate will be dry. If you've been craving time just for you, time to create, to breathe, to reconnect with who you are, I want to personally invite you to the 2026 Roycycled Besties Retreat. We're gathering in beautiful downtown Safford, Arizona for 3 days of creativity, connection, and rest. All your creative supplies are provided, breakfast and lunch are taken care of, and you'll even receive exclusive Roycycled retreat-only goodies. We are already over halfway full, so if your heart's been whispering maybe, this is your moment to say yes. Click the link to claim your seat. I would love to meet you here. And that is for the retreat. You guys, I'm like neck deep in retreat preparation right now, and I'm getting excited every day. We do still have seats available. So if you are interested in coming and hanging out at the Roycycle retreat, you can find out more information here. And you can put a hashtag retreat. I think you can just put retreat without the hashtag too. And you'll get a message if you're on Facebook with information. If you guys click through, you're not going to register. It's just going to take you to a page where you can have more information. And I heard somebody said they would like to have like more information about like where they're going. So I did add a section to the bottom of the page. It just talks about, you know, we're in historic downtown Safford, like places to eat, interesting places to visit. So you can get a sense of like where you're coming for the retreat. So now that my plate is done, it's like super, super tacky, which is why this is going to stick. And I hope this one doesn't have dust. It does. Oh.
So Lisa Vansell says, I want to see gold leaf first, then decide on the paint part, please.
Okay. Yeah, I just figured you guys could vote while I'm gold leafing. Look at these are just Dollar Tree makeup brushes, you guys. I love them for gold leaf though because they're so soft. And these are also the ones I like to use for dusting my molds, which is why sometimes they'll be like dusty with cornstarch. And your gold leaf is super, super thin. So it has like these backer sheets on there. So when I pick up my sheets, I pick them up by the paper because I'm going to have some kind of adhesive on my hands and it will stick. So this just makes it easier. Sometimes when you buy gold leaf, it'll be shiny on one side and dull on the other. So you'll want to look. This one is shiny on both sides. So I'm just going to put it right down on top of my plate.
I asked for a goldfish. He tried to give me the one he just bit.
It's still good, Grandpa. Don't you know? And I am just going to lay this on here. Whoops.
Kathleen Nugent says, what would it look like if you gold leaf the back of the photo?
Ooh, I don't know, Kathleen. See what I'm saying? I got glue on my hand, so that stuck. So I usually try to handle just through the paper and not touch the gold leaf because you want to lay it down flat. You don't want it to get all bumpy because then it'll be harder to burnish it. You don't want to do that.
Lee just joined us, although she's been listening in the car. They just got back from a trip to LA.
Hey, Flea.
A trip to LA. Was it Santa Barbara?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably like what? With traffic, I bet you it takes them an hour and a half to get to LA.
He's trying to give me once he bit.
So I'm gonna be more careful. Look, look, look. I'm gonna be more careful this time and try to lay this down completely flat so I don't have any wrinkles. It's not the end of the world if I get wrinkles, but after you lay this down, you're gonna burnish it to be flat, and it's just easier if it's already kind of flat. Okay, that's enough of that. And I keep touching it with that finger. And I'm just going around and adding. And again, this isn't like real gold leaf or anything, so I don't have to be super precious. It's actually pretty affordable. This product is. I believe I have it in my Amazon store because I know somebody's going to ask. And like this comes in like a little kit. And it has like this gloss. This is como se dice, a sealer that you put over it. And it comes with the adhesive and that, and I believe it comes with a few sheets of the gold leaf. So I'm just going to take this and burnish that down.
Ms. Lisa says you're a great sharer, Demar.
No more.
No more. Okay.
He's a great sharer. No more for you.
No, he's out.
Oh, okay. No more soup for you. No soup for you. What show is that from, you guys?
Let's see here. So,
Well,
I don't want you to trip on the wires.
you go outside.
David's a little quiet tonight because he's a little solemn.
Don't say anything because people don't know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, somebody maybe
hasn't seen the game yet.
right, so you
Okay.
don't know. So
We don't want to be spoilers.
that's right.
Although I don't think people would give up the game to watch us, though. Babe. Usually they're watching us and the game at the same
I
time.
understand, but not everybody is. You know, fair is fair. I was a sports reporter, and I went up to the golf coach who I knew was a Yankees fan, and they had played a day game, and I went up to him at a match in the late afternoon, and I went, "Woof, what a game, huh?" He looked at me and goes, "I'm recording it." I went,
My bad.
"That's the last time I'm ever going to talk to the Yankees with you again."
Okay, so
Yankees stink too, so you.
look at how pretty. Doesn't that look bougie now? Now, I think if we put gold on the back, let's do it. Let's see. We know what it looks like if we paint the back. Let's see what it looks like if we put gold on the back. And you probably want to be a little bit more careful than me around the edges here. Like I can go back in with some adhesive and cover the edges so that it's like, nice and neat, but I'll go back and do that. I'm not going to stress about it right now. But I'm going to have cooties now. This is almost as bad as glitter cooties, just so you know. Demar thinks that's funny that I said cooties. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like on the back of the
And
paper.
Alyssa got it. Yes, it was signed up.
Oh, yes.
Did you not know? Were you asking? Or?
No, I knew.
Oh, okay. Because you're not the world's biggest Seinfeld fan.
I'm not. They just, I don't know.
No, because I need this for grandma's. But afterwards,
I go through so many brushes, but it's fine.
you could draw some.
That one's a little crunchy. I don't want to use that one. So I'm going to use the same adhesive on the back of the paper. And then we're going to dry it just like we did for the glass. And actually, I'm glad you suggested that because I brought the adhesive up a little high over here. And I got some on the back anyways. So now it looked like I did it on purpose.
You reach.
We're actually going to finish 2 projects tonight. Oh my gosh.
You want Grandpa to try and get it?
Is Jane still here? She probably just popped in and left. But Jane is going to be at the retreat too, you guys. I'm so grateful that she's coming back again.
Nope, can't go under.
Sometimes when we challenge ourselves to do something new, we have to do a little work on ourselves before we try. So I'm grateful that Jane is there to help us with that. There are a couple of areas where I don't have gold leaf, where I noticed it didn't stick. So I'm just going to go in and add a little bit of sizing to those areas, and then I'll put some more gold leaf in
Mary
those
Beth
areas.
Martin says painted white. But I think with the gold leaf, that would kind of block the gold leaf, wouldn't it?
We don't know what's gonna happen, babe. We're gonna see right now.
And Jerry Peter asked, were you always an artist?
No, I was not, Jerry. I have always been like curious, right? I've always done stuff, been creative. Um, that's a trick question. Because I mean, what is an artist? I was not always comfortable calling myself an artist. I'll say that. But I do think I was born with the desire to create. And it's just been recently that I've given myself permission to really become the creator that I want to be. And what I'm learning, you guys, is that art is absolutely teachable. Like seriously, legitimately, you just learn stuff. It's like any other skill. You learn the skill, and then once you know how to do it, you can do it, and you just practice it. So, like, if you have like a desire in your heart to be an artist, um, just know that you can do it. No one has to give you permission. You don't need my permission. You just need your own permission to do it. And what I've discovered is that resistance is real, man. I have an oil painting in my studio right now that I need to finish. And I am being a scary cat and I have not finished it. And I don't know why. Like, I know what to do. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh, I know. I told you. Angie says you didn't age the edges around the bird.
Oh, I didn't. It's too late now because I have gold right there. Dang it. I should have done that before we did the gold leaf. But then the paste is oil based. So I don't know if that would have worked. Like if the gold leaf would have adhered. So I guess we have no aging on this one. It's interesting when you're doing mixed media, because it's not really scary once you like understand. I started out making a document on like how to layer your supplies, like what can go on what, and I thought I'd be able to make like an opt-in for you guys, like one opt-in for January. If you are not a Roycycled Insider, you'll want to be a Roycycled Insider because I make something every month to help support you in your creative journey. So like this month, last month I did Can I Decoupage That? And I had a document that showed you like what you could decoupage, glass, wood, different things. And it had tips and tricks to consider when you're decoupaging those surfaces. And then I think most of them had a video attached. You could go watch the video to see like how I decoupage glass or how I decoupage wood or how I decoupage plastic. And you guys remind me what I did this month because I forgot already, which is bad because I just sent it out last week. So if you're a Roycycled Insider, you get these resources every month. If you are a Roycycled Insider and maybe you're new and you missed some past resources, if you go to roycycle.com and look at the top, you'll see resources. If you click there, there's like, I don't know how many, there's like 6 different resources there that you can go in and you can get them now. Like if you weren't in the insider group when those came out. But I say all that to say I'm working on a new resources to talk about like how you can layer things, right? Like you really shouldn't put anything over the top of oils, generally speaking, because other products like water-based products are not going to adhere to oil. Even if they do immediately, over time, they'll separate. There are some exceptions though. And so I'm making this document, but there's so much, it'll probably end up being like 3 documents, legitimately. It's a lot. Um, so I'm working on that. So one of the things to remember, just as a general rule, because you guys know as soon as I give you a rule, I'm going to tell you how to break it, is um, if you're using any kind of water-based, acrylic-based products, you can't use it over the top of oil because it just won't adhere to the oil, generally speaking. There are some exceptions. When I went to the IOD conference in Sacramento, I had an opportunity to meet Annie Sloan, and she showed us that you could paint over her wax after it cures. Actually, it didn't even cure, but you could paint over her wax. So, like, that's breaking the rule, right? So when I give you guys rules, they're like standard rules to help you be successful, but more than likely there are exceptions for breaking those rules. And they're not really rules, they're just kind of guidance to help you be successful. Sometimes you may have tried something and you weren't sure why it didn't work. So if you have these rules kind of in your mind, at least you can gauge like what happened. Maybe you tried to put something over the top of wax and you didn't understand why it didn't adhere, but that's probably why. And I think Dixie Belle has like a water-based wax too.
So just for those of you that have made comment that I haven't, because Royce has been talking.
I'm sorry, I'm
That's
long-winded
okay.
tonight.
Let's see. Donna Simpson, I like the transparency of the bird section. Well, that's gone.
Well, maybe
Flea
we'll
says
see.
blending edges.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you, Flea. Yes, it was like a quick guide on how to blend your edges. So probably one of the questions I get a lot, like in my DMs, is what do I do if my paper isn't large enough? And so I made you guys like a quick start guide to blending your edges. It's not exhaustive though, I will be honest. And this last decoupage course that I did, decoupage with confidence course, I spent a lot of time talking about that. So if you are interested in that, if you're decoupaging furniture and you really want to be able to do that successfully, I would encourage you to take the course. And I mean, I did like, I want to say 4 different examples. And I also spent some time in that course talking about how to mix or how to match colors successfully, because that's like 85% of matching a paper is understanding how to mix your own paint to get the colors that you want. And so if you're interested in that, you can find the Decoupage with Confidence course at roycycle.com. But that quick start guide does do a really good job of getting you started. And I do have a video on my YouTube channel where I did an example. It's kind of a start to finish of me blending in a paper.
So 2 questions. One, what do you do with all the extra gold leaf?
You know what? I have a jar of, let me get it for you guys. I'm going to show you guys something. Sometimes the gold leaf comes like this. Sometimes it'll come in a jar and it's like pieces. That's my favorite. And my favorite one actually has different color leaf in the jar. So I'll just scoop these up and put that in the jar with all the other gold leaf that's in there. So what do you guys think? The gold on the back made it really yellow. I almost feel like I should have painted it white, but it's pretty though.
It looks aged.
Yes, it looks like something that you bought at the thrift store.
My second question is, and it's my question.
Yes.
Doesn't membership get you access to courses?
Yes, if you, oh, thank you, babe. That's a good point. If you are in the Royce Cycle Besties membership, you do gain free access to courses. Unless it's like just recently we did the summit and I was collaborating with other people, so I couldn't make it free, but I kind of gave you guys my portion free. So I think you guys got what? Was it 15% off? I forget what it was. But you guys got a discount on that course. But if it's just me teaching the course, then my recycled besties do get free access to the courses that I teach. And I generally teach about 3 classes per year. Right now, I have 2 already planned for next year. I don't know what the third one will be, but it will be something. So I have some places where I didn't quite get my gold leaf, and I'll go back over those areas and apply some more gold leaf. But look at how pretty that is. Like, you'll be bougie showing up with this at your cookie exchange. You'll have this custom plate. And the really cool thing about being able to make things custom is if you're going, like, let's just say you're going to a Christmas party and you have somebody who is like the hostess with the mostest. Like, she always does such a good job of hosting parties and really taking care of people. And let's say she likes birds or she likes butterflies or there's something really specific that she loves, you can make something really, really special. Not because it took a ton of effort, but because it's something that's unique to that person. That's one of the reasons why I love making things, is because you can think about things like that. So this one would be for a bougie friend. If I had a bougie friend, I would give them that one. Um, and then you guys can see that paint is not really like, see how it's kind of, it's not solid. So I'm going to do another coat of paint on this one before I seal it with my dishwasher safe Mod Podge. But this one would be so cute. It would have been nice, but it's fine. And this one has the crackle around the edges. But those are our 2 Dollar Tree plates that we updated. Um, if you guys have any questions, ideas, if I would have painted this white, I should have, and it's fine. The gold is showing through. That's interesting. So let me see if I can show you guys.
So we have 2 things. One, Chris Schmidt, the plate now looks like it's glowing.
Yeah,
I will
even
say
inside of the paper,
on
the
camera it
gold
looks
is coming
metallic.
through. Yeah, it is. The gold is like coming through. You can see it through the paper. It's really interesting. It's
Oh,
pretty.
and now I can see the other one, which is Kathleen Luvis saying, can you show the area where you rip the paper? You really can't see it. Well, you kind of can.
It's right there.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's gold now, right? So it's still fine. But yes.
That's
And you
really
guys can
pretty.
see some areas where I need to go back around, right? And I need to add some more glue and cover them with some more of the gold leaf there. But that's not a big deal. I can go back and do that. But how pretty are these? 2
Jerry,
completely different plates.
Jerry Peter asked, can you resin over the back?
You probably could, Jerry. Absolutely. That would be an option. I mean, if you resined over the back, then you know that you'd be able to like um, do whatever and it would be fine. This one's really interesting. You can see a lot of the gold right through the paper. So this one's really, really pretty. I almost wonder if I had, well, if I hadn't used the antique glaze though, I don't know. I just wish that it was a little bit brighter in the center, I guess. And then I like this one too, though. I mean, it's not as fancy, but like this one is for your friend, like your friend who likes rustic, and this one is for your friend who likes bougie. So that's all I have tonight. Unless you guys had any questions, comments. I can't even see. Oh, I can't see the comments, but I haven't. I have still have another thing.
Donna Simpson says rustic moves, bougie birds.
Right?
And Flea says, glad you didn't paint the back of the birds white. Angie likes both. Lisa says, one recycled paper, 2 different outcomes.
Yeah, and you still have a bunch of paper left over. So like legitimately, if you had one of these, I mean, and you guys know that one of my other favorite papers is the Neutral Christmas. Do I have one of here? I have way too much paper, and George cleaned up, so I can't find anything anymore. Um, but could you imagine if you used a neutral Christmas with the gold? How pretty that would be. I don't have any of the neutral Christmas over here because why? Why would I? I'm looking for it. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Like you could see the neutral Christmas on the middle and gold around the edges. That would be super bougie. But this is the recycled Christmas master board. But there are so many master boards. And again, we're doing Christmas right now, but you don't have to do Christmas. You could do anything. Because if you're giving a gift, maybe it has nothing to do with Christmas. Maybe it's just something that that person is particularly fond of. I'm not sure. You can res in the back. Rima from, oh, is Rima here? What's your business page? Oh, what's Rima's business page, Chris? Oh, thank you, Kathleen, for joining us. Thank you so much.
Rima did a video on her page.
Yes, I was. Yes, I'm trying to figure out what her.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I think it's Mimi's Walls and More, but I'm not sure. But yes, she's our resident resin expert inside the group. That's one of the good things about being in the Roycycled Bessies group too, is because you're hanging out with a bunch of creatives. And if you have a question about something, chances are somebody in the group has a lot of information about that thing. So it's really cool. And over the time, okay, Walls and More. Thank you, Karen. And over time, I invite a guest every month. And when they come in as a guest, they get 3 free months inside the group. And a lot of them have stayed. And so some of the guests that we invited as experts are still in the group. And they're still there with their expertise, which is fabulous. But yes, that is all we have for tonight. So I guess you guys have any questions. I think we're done. Are we going to be live next Sunday, babe?
Do we have anything? I don't know.
I think we're live. Next Sunday might be our last live of the year.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. I think. All right. I'm going to pop off because I can't go to my calendar.
Oh, unless you pop off. Okay. So we're going to go to, oh, I could look on my phone, babe.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we can be live on Monday or Sunday.
Okay.
And then that'll be it until do you want to take the 4th office too? So the Christmas weekend and the New Year's weekend?
I don't know.
So we'll see.
We'll see. But definitely we'll be here next Sunday. I was gonna say bring libations, you guys, next Sunday. Because that'll probably be our last Sunday before Christmas holiday.
Yes.
And for those of you who are in the membership, my word for 2026 is claim. 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 So I chose that word because rather than saying I'm going to try to do, or I'm going to put in the effort to do, or I hope this happens, I'm going to claim all the things that I see for the future of Roycycled and for myself and my family. So that is my year, my word for the year. So yes, Lisa, I'll have to think of a project. It's a short word, I know. It's a lot shorter than audacious. That was my word for the year, 1 year. But yes, claim is my year for my word for 2026. Yes, Karen, absolutely. And for my membership members, you guys,
what time?
So it's scheduled to start at 5:00 Pacific Standard Time. I just want to change it to 4:00. That way we can still meet because Damar has a Christmas pageant performance on Wednesday. I just got the note from the kids Friday. So I'll send you guys, I'll make sure I'll put a change on the cover and I'll send out a new email and I'll try to remember all the things I have set up for reminders. So it's just an hour earlier than we had planned. But I think that's it. You guys, thank you so much. And you guys remember, like half of what we do here, you guys, I'm experimenting. Because like somebody said, what would happen if you gold leaf the back? I don't know. Let's see. And so I just want you guys to not be afraid to experiment and see what happens because that's how you learn. That's how you find your creative voice. So just remember, Where curiosity goes, creativity follows. You guys can do this. You can do it today. You guys have a blessed week, and we'll see you on Sunday.